Welcome, Gen.G Black. Happy to have you. Let's get started. 15 to 20 minutes of questions from the media. I will call on them. They will ask questions. And yeah, let's roll. Media, raise your hands. Pedro, you're first.
Hello guys, congrats on making it this far in the tournament. Well, as we found out recently, you guys are going to go up against Polaris, a team in which they're going to have a substitute for this tournament. And so I'd like to know your thoughts on facing them and also the rest of the field in this tournament. It goes for everyone.
So I guess like Polaris specifically, like there are a lot of strong players on that team that come from a lot of different teams, and they're very not, I don't want to say like predictable players, but they have very unique play styles that like you can tell, okay, I know this person, I know kind of their tendencies. So I guess we have some expectations coming into the game, but as always, you know, people change their game plans last second. And I think, especially with the sub situation, it might be a little interesting to see what they do. But, and as far as the rest of the tournament, I feel like it will be comfortable playing everybody. That we have played Shopify a few times and we have, you know, taken maps from them, played well against them. So I'm not too scared to play any certain team specifically, but I feel like every game is going to be relatively close games.
All right, let's go to Deckwood next.
Yeah, I was just wondering what you all thought about the new map Fracture, either competitively if you've scrimmed it at all, or just casually if you haven't.
I actually like the map Fracture. We scrimmed it for a period of 1 week before we found out that it wasn't in Game Changers. So we had a lot of practice on it. I think it's very different pace from most maps now. It's mostly, you kind of just need to target one specific side of the map, and it's a lot of 5 hits. It's a really interesting style. Couldn't compare it to another map. So we'll see how it plays out, but right now it's different.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, I forgot to do that earlier. My bad.
I hate Fracture. Fracture bad. Bad
What?
maps.
I think we all like Fracture. Well,
I mean, I like
Lynn,
it. I think like the competitive integrity of the map is like really not there. I don't think it's like a competitive map. I think it's a good map. Like it feels like a Call of Duty map. It doesn't feel like a Valorant map or a Counter-Strike map. It just feels like something that you kind of plug it out on.
I feel like it's very different than the other maps. Like in Valorant, every map has their own like little unique thing to it, and Fracture is like the 4 different like parts where you can get attacked from. So I feel like teams have to adjust to that.
Yeah. I just definitely think in the competitive scene, it's going to be really awkward for some odd amount of months. I don't think once it's in official tournaments, I don't even think we're going to see teams that like are comfortable on it till like at least 3 months after it's released. I just think it's really weird, and there's so much unpredictability on the map that it's going to be hard for teams to like want to play it.
Yeah, I feel like it's such a niche map that like it adds like a whole different aspect, because you start in the middle as defenders, and like both bomb sites can be attacked from both sides. So it's so different from the other maps, and it adds like a different aspect that I'm excited to see like how the top teams play it, and like the different play styles, because I know that there's a few different agents that we haven't seen, like someone like Breach that's been talked about, and like the pro teams that has been seen, like that hasn't been seen recently, that might be getting seen in the meta on this map.
Okay, let's go to Lynn.
Congrats on making it into the main event. You all made it fairly comfortably, not dropping a map, and you were able to play a breadth of teams. So did any of these teams surprise you in any way?
For me, 20 for Haven really surprised me. I know a lot of you guys agree. I think that they're the most like the way they play, especially offense. We only got to play one map against them, but it was a very interesting style of really, really late hits, like within like 20 seconds left of the round. And it was a really different style. It almost felt like we were playing like a Europe team. So I was surprised by that. And it worked, honestly. We were a little bit lost. So that surprised me. I think their IGL Luna Fox did a really good job.
I think they're very strong. I think there's a couple things that they can work on, I think, as individual players that will push them very, very far. Like I actually kind of like I'm sad that they're not qualified. I think the experience for them in a top 8 setting would push them really far. But I really do think it's just some niche individual player kind of tendencies, and they will definitely be a top 10, top 8 team consistently. They're very good.
They're very good. From the last time we played them too, like they've improved tremendously. So props to them.
Definitely 24 Haven and CC Angels most improved so far. And I liked seeing the turnaround from Dig. How they lost to TSM in that fashion and then come back and win and qualify for top 4. So that was great. That was no surprise.
Let's go to Pedro.
Despite not qualifying for Series 2 or for Game Changers Series 2, you guys been on the upward trend. You placed in the top 3 for both Game Changers Academy July and also Soccer Cup number 4. And so I'd like to know from everyone, how's the team's confidence going into this tournament specifically?
I think our confidence is way, higher than it was in Game Changers 2. In Game Changers 2, we just needed a little bit more firepower, and we brought Lynn in, and she has really helped our team a lot. So having her, duelist, it gives us a lot of confidence knowing that she can frag out. And just as a team, like we've improved so much. Like you said, we've only gone up, and we haven't even reached the top yet. So, yeah, I think we're really, really confident.
Honestly, like something that was pretty big for us is like we wanted to prove to ourselves that we belonged here, and I think that actually the last Soccer Cup was pretty big for us because like we proved that we could perform at the top level and we could beat teams that like we haven't beaten before. And coming into this tournament, we had a lot of confidence, and like knowing that we qualified as second seed, I think we're just like our confidence is an all-time high. So it's really big for us.
Let's go to Lynn.
So you all have had a fairly stable composition, especially on Vine. I was just curious, since we didn't get to see it on stream, what led to the Sky pick?
We initially, you can go in.
I mean, like, I think the Sky pick was kind of needed to kind of push our bind to where it needed to be. It's opening up a lot of opportunities for us to play the way that we want to play and take the engagements that we want to take. And I think it's honestly been a great change for us. And everybody keeps banning bind, and I don't know why. Like,
For real, bro. Yeah, before we ran Sage instead of Sky, and we didn't really have those like flashes, or like Sky's really good for info too, or just like making plays like together. So Sky's really good in our comp.
Okay, let's go to Deckwood next.
Well.
Oh, sorry, Jackson.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let's go to Deckwood next.
Yeah, kind of just a philosophical question for everybody. I was just wondering why you all think that Valorant and Riot Games are the game and the developer that has really taken off in terms of a women's scene instead of, say, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and even Riot's other title, League of Legends.
simply because they don't promote it. If you take Counter-Strike, for example, that's where I come from. There's oftentimes for major events, on the very home UI of Counter-Strike, you'll see, oh, this team is playing this team. You never get that kind of, exposure to like women's scene in other games. You have to like actually go out and look for it. If you just play the game and you just casually kind of watch pro on the side, you'll never see it. So I think it's good that, Riot's like, okay, we're going to stream Game Changers on the main channel for Valorant. We're going to, promote this on main pages and things like that. It really gets the exposure out there. And I don't think any other game really does it. And that's kind of been the big spotlight for the female scene recently, which I think is great.
Yeah, I came from Overwatch, and mostly the pro scene was completely male. There was a female pro, Giggery, that played, but the main, there was no female scene, and it was pretty much a dead zone. I know there was female communities, but in terms of exposure, it was impossible, unfortunately.
All right, let's go to Jess.
Reach. I came from Overwatch too, and I wish that there was more of a scene. Bouncing off of that, this question is going to go right back to you, Lee. Do you think that your experience in Overwatch gives you an edge over people that came from CSGO, or do you feel like everyone's kind of just meshed together and now it's just Valorant?
And actually, I feel like it hurt me almost when I initially came in, because I was surprised at the time of death, how quick you could die, and I didn't know anything about CSGO, so I was very lost. I didn't know what a spike was. I didn't know who was attacking or defending. So for me, it hurt, but as I grinded the game, then it started. I felt like now it can help me, as I can apply my sense of teamwork that I learned in Overwatch. But learning the core game mechanics, it took me a while.
I'm also a washed Overwatch person. No, just kidding. Also, Hannah, I used to work with your brother at Immortals. So
that's
super
cool.
random. I've been Googling you, is this who Macho used to brag to us about that could kill all of us in every Fortnite game we ever played? So I just want to say you're awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Declan, you're next.
Yeah, kind of just a fun one. I was wondering if you all could have any crosshair you wanted in the game. Doesn't matter if it's not able to be made in the current crosshair generator. Pretend it's like Black Ops 2 and you can make whatever you want. What would you have as your crosshair and why?
I'd have the Gen.G logo. Why not?
I gotta actually look it up.
Dude, my little smiley face on my Discord name.
Oh God.
It's my trademark. Well, no longer.
Hold on. I actually would love it if you could make the op scope kind of a different reticle. I play a lot of Escape from Tarkov, and a lot of the sniper reticles in that game are really, really nice, and there's no lines coming through it, just reticle. And if I could do that, I really would. I think it's cleaner and it gives you more visibility, but that's what I would choose personally.
I would just pick a heart or flower because they're cute.
Y'all are just I like this. And I'm like, this gives me a tactical advantage for my play.
I agree with Lynn. I feel like the sniper scope should have more versatility. I feel like the straight up crosshairs they're
I
all
guess,
right, but
yeah, with the current crosshair generator, the fact that you can make the dot and the op with 0 opacity, but it doesn't do, if you could do that and it blurred the lines like it does in Counter-Strike, I would use it. But I don't know when I'm accurate and when I'm not, because it doesn't give me some kind of indicator.
Let's go to Jess.
Okay, it's time for my fun one. So if you guys watched Masters and paid attention to Twitter at all, G2 hired a plane to taunt Sentinels. If you could hire a plane to taunt Polaris, who you play first, what would your plane say?
Oh boy.
Lynn, I'm sure you have something for this.
I would have. Should we go to the board?
The board.
I would have to bring the board closer. Hold on.
GG, thank you for Scrim.
Hold on.
Bro, what is she doing? Oh my God, bro. What the hell?
The GG, thank you for scrim is an inside joke because our coach Jackson accidentally said GG, thank you for scrim at the end of our match. Was it?
It was Unbind Crouch. I think.
Unbind Crouch.
Yeah.
It seems like fabricated.
Jackson.
It never happened. I don't know about that.
They're lying. I don't know. We're too nice.
We're definitely nice people.
Good luck, have fun.
Like, I would say something like Polaris sounds like something from Star Wars. So like, I don't know, something, it's Valorant, not Star Wars. I don't know. I'm not.
Good one.
Bro, we're so lost.
So
I don't know.
Okay.
You guys are way too nice. Are there any other questions for Gen.G Black? Going once, going twice. All right, Gen.G Black, thank you so much for coming sorry, I said brain fart in the middle of the sentence. Thanks for attending the press conference. We're happy to have you all here, and we will see you on Sunday at our winners press conference after the match. So good luck, have fun. GG, thank you for scrim.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.